Aloha and mahalo for joining me. I'm Janet, and welcome to the Call to Create podcast. I'm so excited that you're here today, and I wanted to ask you if you've ever considered meeting with me for a coaching session. I just want to let you know, ladies, that I do business coaching to help you get your creative business started. And we'll work together to outline all the steps to get your business up and running quickly, especially with the tech part. Remember, I love tech, so I can definitely help you with that, especially if that freaks you out just thinking about tech. I know I've heard some people say it freaks them out, but I can help you with that. It's so easy for me because I love it. And I'm here to serve you and help you. So if you're standing in your own way and if you feel like you're just not sure what to do, then email me at aloha@janetjohnston.com to get my coaching menu and book a coaching session with me. Okay, let's get to our topic today. And I want to continue this journey. And so I hope actually that you have been able to be on this journey with me. I invited you to come on this journey with me to fulfill a dream that you have and a dream that maybe you buried deep down inside, as life got in the way for many of us. And so I wanted to help you to be able to make those dreams come back and come alive and fulfill the dreams that you have. So I hope you took me up on this invitation and have been with me. So today is the third day, and I want to invite you to think about the things that I'm sharing and really take into consideration how you can apply it in your life and work towards a dream. And so today's step, so it would be the third step, and it would be about your thoughts. Okay, now this is a super interesting topic, I think, because our thoughts pretty much create our reality. And, when you want to fulfill a dream, and if you were one of those that you buried it, usually it's the thoughts that you have that have caused you to bury your dreams in the first place. And this is what I've heard a lot. Things like, oh yeah, you know what? Well, it's just going to have to wait because I have to work, or I have to take care of my kids, or I have to do this, or I have other obligations, right? So these are the thoughts that you're thinking. And everyone has a different journey here on earth, right? But if you can pay attention to your thoughts, that is what's going to really help you to move forward. So be aware of what you're thinking, what you think on a daily basis. Like I talk about this all the time. I want you to, first thing in the morning, write down all the things that you're thinking as soon as you wake up, because when you do write it down, you'll really be surprised at what's going on in your thoughts. Okay, are you thinking thoughts that are positive or negative? What do you need to be thinking to move towards your dream? So think about that. Are you having thoughts that are going to move you towards your dream or not? Okay, so thoughts are powerful, and your mind is one of the most powerful assets that you have. And everything starts with a thought. Everything you have starts with a thought to get you to where you have it now. Everything you don't have that you've wanted, like a dream, started with a thought, right? Like I was explaining how we think like, oh yeah, I have to do everything else in the world first before I can fulfill my own dreams, right? And I've thought about that before too. Like I shared about how I had a dream to go to Italy like more than 25 years ago. And I thought, oh, I can't do it now. I can't afford it. I have a lot of little kids and I work and on and on and on and on. But I kept talking about it and I kept thinking about it. Anytime I would have a conversation with someone about travel, I always would talk about how much I want to go to Italy. Okay, but I never did anything about it up until almost 2 years before I actually went. That's when I got into action and all of that. But prior to that, I had all these thoughts that weren't allowing me to work and move towards my dream. And everybody has their own dreams, right? But that was the one dream that I've had the longest, that took me the longest to achieve, which is kind of crazy because if I had known what I could have done, I could have gone to Italy way, way sooner, way long ago, instead of waiting 25 years later from when I first wanted to go. But, it's okay. I finally went and it was amazing. It was everything I had dreamt of and more. So that's what I hope to help you accomplish, is to be able to work up to what you want to do, and the dreams you want to fulfill, and all the things that can help you get there. And it's about the things that you learn along the way as well. This is like what I keep talking about. It's who you're becoming as you work towards any dream. It doesn't matter, and no dream is too small or insignificant. No matter what your dream is, it's important and it should be considered big for you. And if you think it's too small and not have any meaning, you're less likely to actually work towards it, right? Because your thoughts are always going to get in the way when you think that, oh yeah, my dream is too small, it doesn't matter, and nobody's going to care. But you know what? Those are the things that aren't going to help you come alive. And that's one of the things that I'm strongly encouraging you, is to find something that's going to make you come alive when you wake up first thing in the morning. Okay? Because we need something to get us excited about when we wake up, instead of going through the daily grind. And I talk about this a lot. There are times in our lives where we get up and we do the same thing over and over and over, and it just becomes a grind, and we're not enjoying life, and we're unhappy. Now there may be people out there who haven't experienced that, but for myself and many other people who I've talked to over the years have gone through all of that same cycle. And so that's why I'm here. I want to be able to help you make that dream come alive. What's in your heart? I always mention that God usually puts these dreams in our hearts for a reason. Okay, and you need to bring it out. You need to fulfill these dreams no matter what it is. Okay, now there's endless things that are possible to achieve. But the most important thing I want you to be aware of is your thoughts, because your thoughts are going to either help you fulfill your dreams or not. Okay, so like I just said, that your thoughts are probably, or is, the most powerful asset that you have, right? You gotta remember that your mind is where your thoughts come from, and try to pay attention and be aware throughout the day, like what you're thinking. And usually sometimes when you're thinking things, it can kind of stress you out too. So pay attention to that. Like I mentioned, like we have a dialogue, we have a conversation with ourselves every day throughout the day. And I can guarantee that some of that is not really positive or helping you. Okay, so your first thing I want you to do in the morning is to write all your thoughts down, what's going on, pay attention to it. Okay, you have to remember you are important and you have worth and value. Okay, so those are some of the things that I wanted to talk to you about, is your thoughts. Okay, everything starts with a thought. Everything that you see in the world started with a thought. Every creation started with a thought here on earth, right? Because can you imagine if those people who, like for example, electronics, if nobody who created electronics, if they didn't go with a thought that they had to try something out and to create this and see what would happen, we wouldn't have all the electronics we have now. I love electronics. I love technology. And I'm so happy that these people who had these thoughts actually went with it and started creating and working on these things that they were thinking about. So remember, always, always remember, your thoughts are going to either create your reality for good or it's going to create your reality for negative. So it is possible for you to fulfill your dreams, but you have to pay attention, really be aware. Okay, and I hope you can take this time to do this. And then that way, you have something so exciting to live for and come alive, right? The world needs people to come alive now and to fulfill their dreams. And there's so much going on that if we all make an effort to live our dreams and just come alive, this world would be a much better place. Much, much better. All right. So if you have any questions, you let me know. But I am so grateful that you take the time to be here. And, this is important for me to help other people and especially women to be able to fulfill their dreams and come alive. It just makes life so much better when we can focus on doing something good. So take this time for you today and think about your thoughts. And if you need help, you let me know. Please send me a direct message. I'll be more than happy to answer your questions. And please share this podcast with anyone who you know would get great value out of listening to it, especially if you know that they're thinking about starting their own business. Or even if they're not, there's still great value that I share in each episode that can bring value to women, even if they aren't interested in starting their own business. And please rate and review this podcast. I would appreciate it. And thank you so much. I hope you have a great day. Aloha.